Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you decide to stick around, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. Become a member of the Soul Squad. Also, don't forget to hit the little bell icon to be notified every time I upload, because I upload every single week. Let's get into today's video. What's up, Soul Squad? For today's video, I'm coming at you with a story time, and this involves our first experience with the TV industry. Now, I've mentioned that I'm going to tell you guys the story time involving the last TV show that I attempted working with, but that'll be later on. I have several different occasions where we attempted working with the TV industry, and I figured I would just tell you guys in order. So this will be the first story time I tell you about our attempt of working with anything pertaining to the TV industry. Some of these stories are about TV networks, some of them are about specific producers, some of them are with specific TV shows, but of course I won't name any names because I don't want to cause any conflict here. So I just thought I would tell you guys the first experience we had, and this will be the first story time in this little series since we do have so many failed attempts of trying to work with the TV industry, which is kind of funny because we do have family members already in the TV industry. My mom's twin brother is Moonshiner Mark from Discovery Channel's Moonshiners, if you guys didn't already know that. But apparently TV works with him and it just doesn't with us. We've just not had a good experience yet. Now we are talking about some other projects in the future, which is completely different from what we were planning on working with. So maybe that experience will be a little better, and if anything turns out with it, I will definitely share that with you guys and take you guys along for the journey. We're in the process of making a lot of decisions and figuring out a lot of steps right now, but let's get into the first ever experience we had with the TV industry. Now, this happened back years ago when I first got chased by the shadow figure. So if you've been here for a while, you're familiar with my shadow figure story, and if you're not familiar with the shadow figure story, I'll put it right here for you to check out because it is what got me into the paranormal field. Now, I'd always had little experiences that I couldn't pinpoint for sure what was going on with me as I was younger, and now reflecting back, I do think those are paranormal. But my shadow figure story is the one that literally put that over the edge, and that's when I knew for 100% fact that that was a paranormal experience. So it just kind of intrigued me, and it pulled us into the paranormal field, and here we are still today, still going strong and loving every minute of it. So this, keep in mind, happened before we were ever a paranormal team. This had just happened after we had the experience of being chased by a shadow figure. So we weren't really familiar with what all of the ins and outs of paranormal investigating was, so we contacted another team that was, and they kind of investigated the location for us, which I have another story time about them later on and what all they found. Our story began to circulate, and somehow it made it on up the chain to somebody really important in the TV industry, and a certain network reached out to us about a certain show. And like I said, I'm not going to name any names or specifics because I don't want to cause any conflict. But if you form your own opinion, that's completely fine because you are very free to form your own opinion. So back then, this TV show reached out to us, and at first when the network was calling us, it was kind of exciting because we didn't know what they were wanting us to do. So they call us and they wanted us to replay our story in our own words to them, and of course they were like, oh, this is fascinating, we want you on our show. And that's when we found out what their show was about, which it pertained to Bigfoots. Now, we were just chased by a shadow figure. How does this have anything to do with a Bigfoot? We were so confused, and that's when this TV network began to try to tell us how that what we were chased by was a Bigfoot, because there's so many different types of Bigfoots and different ways it prevents itself and all this stuff. So with that being said, they wanted us to believe that we were chased by a Bigfoot that night. We knew for 100% fact that that wasn't a Bigfoot. Now, I don't know much about Bigfoot, and of course I'm an open-minded person, but I just believe 100% in my heart that that was not a Bigfoot that night. The way that it just appeared and the way it chased us on all fours and it just disappeared, and it was such a tall, slender character or whatever it was, the entity was just not matching the description of what you would perceive a Bigfoot to be. But anyway, we considered listening to them. We would hear them out, but we kept our story straight. We kept telling them this was not a Bigfoot. So they kept trying to manipulate us to believe it was a Bigfoot. And when that wasn't working, they started to try to manipulate us to say that what we were chased by was a Bigfoot. just for sake of the show, and that is not us. That is not in our character. That is not anything we would ever do, because we would not lie for any reason about any experience we've ever had. It's just the facts are the facts. We tell it like it was, and there's not going to be any adding to it, taken away. There's just going to be the story the way it was. We're going to tell it exactly how we remember it. If somebody wants to work with that, that's fine. We're willing to do that, but you have to stay truthful to our story and truthful to the actual topic at hand. We're not going to expand anything for any reason. Not for a TV show, not for anyone. So I just wanted to share this with you guys because this TV industry did give us a bad taste in our mouths. It was a very bad first impression, and we had several other bad experiences to follow later on with different networks and producers and TV shows and things like that. But that is the very first experience we had, and I wanted to share it with you guys, and it's absolutely ridiculous, I know, but I just thought I would throw it out there and see if you guys found it interesting. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Also, I wanted to mention that if you have any suggestions or requests of something you would like to see on this channel, leave it in the comment section below, because I want to incorporate your ideas into my plans as well. This channel is just as much your channel as it is mine. This is a place for us to have a community, build bonds, build friendships, and be ourselves. So definitely leave those in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching. You have no idea how much that means to me. I appreciate your support from the bottom of my heart. And if you're not subscribed, definitely hit that subscribe button down below and join the Soul Squad. We'd love to have you as a part of our family. Always remember, stay humble, stay kind, stay awesome, and I'll see you in my next video.